Doctors are supposed to save lives, but some of them are evil and try to kill you. Today we'll look at
the most evil doctors ever.
Like and subscribe to stay safe. Clouds, there was an evil woman who actually pretended to be a doctor, that way she could
starve her patients to death.
This is crazy, so let's take a look.
Did you know a woman legally called herself a doctor, then used that title to slowly starve people to death? Linda Hazard wasn't a real physician. She was a self-proclaimed fasting specialist operating a sanitarium outside Seattle in the early 1900s. Wealthy patients arrived believing she could cure them. She put them on starvation diets, sometimes just a few spoonfuls of tomato broth daily. Weeks passed, bodies wasted away, and while her patients drifted toward Linda quietly rewrote their wills.
This is so messed up. Basically, Linda would give super evil medicine to her patients, and when they she would take all their money. The good thing, Clouds, is that has happened a long time ago, so we should be safe from her. Do you remember losing a tooth and getting money from the tooth fairy? Well, this doctor was evil because he would
rip out people's teeth for fun.
This gets disturbing, so watch until the end.
Here's why you should never trust your dentist. This guy is dentist Harold Schneider. He's known for pulling out way more teeth than needed. He's worked on hundreds of
grandma
and puts them in a straitjacket while they
happy
for their lives. He even helps children and laughs while doing it.
Helps?
Tons of moms were sick of this and tried to him, but his criminal charges were dropped because apparently he has a mental condition, and allegedly did all this because the government paid him for each tooth pulled.
That is so messed up. Imagine doing this to a bunch of poor people just so you can get money. And Clouds, this person is still out there today, so I hope nothing bad happens to us. Clouds, did you know that there was a doctor so evil that he would
write on people's livers?
This gets crazy, so watch until the end.
He burned his initials onto the liver with a high-powered laser. Then he sewed up the patient and acted like nothing had happened. But a week later, the new liver started to fail. The patient went back in, but this time she was treated by a different doctor, and he soon found the initials inside. The surgeon admitted it wasn't the first time he'd branded a patient, and he eventually lost his medical license.
Clouds, this guy had to be pure evil because he was doing this for no reason, which is just messed up. At least this doctor was banned from hospitals forever, so this should never happen again. Did you think the dentist we saw earlier was bad? This next one is even worse because this dentist girlfriend
removed all her boyfriend's teeth
just because they broke up. This almost made me poop my pants, so let's take a look.
She removed all 32 teeth from her boyfriend's mouth because he cheated on her. After months of dating, he dumped her for another woman. Heartbroken and betrayed, she tried to move on, but then he showed up at her dental office one day for an appointment. It was supposed to be just another routine procedure, but when she saw him lying there in the chair, vulnerable, all her pain came rushing back. She had the perfect chance for revenge, and she wasn't about to let it slip away.
Clouds, I understand the guy cheated, but revenge is never the answer.
She gave him a heavy dose of anesthesia to keep him out cold, locked the door, and started pulling his teeth. He had no idea what was happening. One by one, she removed every single tooth, his molars, his canines, even his incisors. His jaw was bandaged tightly when he woke up. He felt like something was terribly wrong, but he couldn't figure out what. At home, he removed the bandages, only to discover the shocking truth.
This is so sad. Now this poor guy is walking around like someone's grandma. After this, I heard he had to get dentures, which is crazy. I hope this type of love never finds me. A lot of celebrities do plastic surgery to look younger. However, there is an evil doctor who messes them up on purpose
to make people look creepy.
This is disturbing, so watch until the end.
Oh, what a good-looking older gentleman. He kind of reminds me of one of my neighbors growing up. They're pulling on his cheek. What happened to his face? Oh, what a little grandma. She kind of reminds me a little bit of my grandma. Oh, what a sweet-looking woman. What'd they do to grandma?
Clouds, these procedures look super duper creepy. Let's see the backstory on this evil doctor.
People are commenting all over TikTok about this Dr. Kim's results. Is this taking it too far on a 46-year-old? Or you do all these procedures on a beautiful 39-year-old woman? Or approximately 8 to 10 hours of surgery on a 76-year-old woman? But every surgeon has to make their decision on what they think is right. And for me, no thank you.
The things this surgeon was doing were almost illegal. Because of this, he was banned from ever doing surgery again, which is good. I hope all these patients recover. Clouds, did you know there is a secret doctor's office you can teleport to? And if you get stuck here, things get very disturbing, so let's see how to escape it.
You ever find yourself at a doctor's appointment, and you are left in the room alone, for what seems like forever? You must listen carefully. If you peek into the hallway, and the hospital is oddly quiet, you are not safe here. In order to find the exit, you must follow these rules. 1. You will have to make your way through the various hallways and rooms. They may look different than when you came in. If you see a nurse walking down the hallway, do not look them in the eyes as you pass. If one starts following you, ignore them completely.
Clouds, if I turned around and saw a creepy nurse chasing me, there is no way I would be able to ignore them.
2. You must look for the exit signs. They will often lead to more hallways and rooms. If you see a room with the light on and something is laying in the bed, do not let them hear you. Stay quiet as you pass. 3. Keep moving until you find the elevator. It should only have one button. Press it and you may escape. Just make sure nothing followed you inside.
If I got teleported here, don't think I would make it out because there are way too many steps I'd forget. So let's hope we don't get teleported here. But Clouds, there is not only creepy doctors but also creepy teachers, so watch until the end to find out about them. This next teacher was insane because she tried
To unalive her own students.
This gets disturbing, so watch until the end.
One day, a class had a substitute teacher, and as the day went on, the substitute's behavior became increasingly weird. She was making the kids draw people who were cut open with a knife. The substitute would also start putting her hands around some of the kids' necks and squeezing hard, and then begin screaming things about Jesus. All the kids became afraid of her, and a group of brave students managed to sneak out of the class and go to the principal's office and tell them about the substitute. The principal came to the classroom not long after, and when he saw the drawings of dead people, he tried to get the substitute out of the classroom, but she refused. The principal then grabbed the substitute and tried to pull her out of the classroom, but then she started to bite his face and then took a big chunk off of his cheek. After this, the principal called for backup, and the substitute was dragged out of the classroom by multiple people. A few days later, all the kids' parents were called into the school for a meeting, and the school then explained that the substitute teacher was a psychopath and that she should have never been hired in the first place.
This is probably the most disturbing teacher I have ever seen. I feel bad because that principal doesn't have a face anymore. If your teacher acts crazy, please be careful. Did you know there is a teacher
That is a skinwalker.
in Indonesia? A teacher called the floating one started flying in class. It's really disturbing, so watch until the end.
Good afternoon po, Sir Ray.
Sir, you are teaching us right now.
For any Clouds that are confused, the students just got a text from their teacher saying that class was cancelled. This means the teacher in the front of the class is actually a skinwalker. This gets super disturbing. Let's keep watching. I almost peed my pants. That ending was so scary. It seems like this is a movie based on this true story. In the real story, Clouds, the skinwalker ends up hurting the students, which is sad. I hope my teachers aren't skinwalkers. Did you know your teacher might be able to
Freeze you forever?
That is what happened to the boy in this video. Let's take a look.
Never trust your teacher. They might not be human. A boy stayed late at school finishing homework. Everyone else had already left. As he packed his bag, he saw his teacher at the end of the hallway, back turned, standing completely still.
Sir, are you okay?
The teacher slowly turned around. His eyes were pitch black. His smile didn't move. The boy tried to run, but every door was locked. The next morning, police found him standing in the hallway. They asked what happened. He whispered,
"Leave before it's too late."
If you don't want your teacher to start acting strange, comment a school emoji.
I think this freezing disease is passed from person to person, so I wonder who infected the teacher, causing him to freeze. I hope I don't get possessed by this scary disease. But Clouds, these next incidents are so horrifying they made me poop my pants, so watch until the end for a surprise. The next teacher we will talk about is
Miss T.
And she may look innocent, but she is actually very evil. Let's look at this story of her.
This is why you should never prank Miss T. Jay snuck into her house as a joke, set up cameras, wanted to go viral. He found weird things, animal traps in the hallway, a closet full of school uniforms, all the same size. In the attic, a chair bolted to the floor, facing a wall, carved into it. Sit still. Think about what you've done. Then he heard her voice, right behind him. You think this is funny?
This is starting to get creepy. What I do not understand is why the boy would prank his teacher. Like, girl, if I was the teacher, I would not want my students in my house, but make sure to watch until the end. Clouds, this gets crazy.
He ran, ducking under tripwires, dodging swinging axes. She wasn't chasing him. She was waiting. Every door he opened was already locked behind him. His phone went off. A live stream comment popped up. Nice prank. She's right behind you. He turned. Miss T was smiling, holding a ruler, and Jay was never seen again. Until someone hacked his stream and uploaded a new video. Detention? Forever?
So in the end, it seems like the boy got caught and was given infinite detention. I hate detention because it's so boring, so this would not be good at all. Clouds, please do not go to your teachers' houses or this can happen to you. This next teacher was known for having the worst punishments ever.
This teacher is a monster. So this kid, Ethan, was in first grade when he learned his teacher had the worst punishment ever. In this class, the teacher had something called the isolation box. It was a tiny old school desk shoved in the corner of the room, in between a bookshelf and a filing cabinet. And if you got sent there, you had to squeeze into the desk, and the teacher would block you in by pulling the filing cabinet to be flush with the bookcase. So essentially, you'd be stuck in this box. Now, Ethan thought this was like weird and pretty messed up, but he never really questioned it, until one day, it happened to him. He was talking during quiet time when the teacher snapped, "Ethan! Oh, I'm so sorry. Go to the box now." Once Ethan sits down, she drags the filing cabinet to lock him in.
This sounds so horrible. Are your teachers this bad? Let me know in the comments, but let's keep watching.
Now, Ethan figured he'd be in there for 5 minutes, tops. But the lesson continued. 5 minutes passed, then 10 minutes, then 20 minutes. Ethan tried to move his legs, he was cramping, but there was no space. He tried to move in his chair, but he couldn't. He was wedged in there pretty good. That's when he realized he was actually stuck. I'm actually stuck. He tried talking. I think I can't get out. But no response. It's as if the entire class was ignoring him. Finally, the bell rang. He thought he was free. But no, apparently the entire class left, and so did the teacher. Help me! Somebody! 10 more minutes pass. The teacher walks in the room and hears him yelling. Oh my god. Well, that's what happens when you don't follow the rules. Now go on.
That is so messed up. I can't believe a teacher would do this. But soon Ethan gets his revenge, so let's keep watching.
Ethan left the classroom, traumatized. Fast forward 15 years, Ethan is still living in the same town, but he has an incredible job and he's making fantastic money. One morning, he was heading to the office when he wanted to get some coffee. He pulled up to the local coffee shop. Yeah, I'm gonna get a large caramel cappuccino, please. Mrs. Johnson. Ethan, hi. Oh yeah, one cappuccino. He just smiles. And as she hands him his coffee, here you go. He grabs it and then grabs her hand. Am I following the rules now, Mrs. Johnson? Am I following the rules now? Good coffee. He tips her a $20 bill and he leaves. Have a nice life.
After this story ends, Miss Johnson fears for her life. Scared that Ethan will find her again. I am happy that Ethan ends up becoming the good guy in this story, but these next school teacher stories traumatized me, so make sure to keep watching. Have you ever been in class, bored, and then your teacher called your name? What if I told you that wasn't actually your teacher, but a skinwalker or an entity? This will help explain Clouds.
If you ever sit down for an exam and the paper is written in a language you cannot recognize, except for the title at the top, Happy Holly Tree, you are not in your world anymore. Forget the exam, you failed it. Follow these rules. 1. Do not try to escape the classroom. Trust me, you do not want to attract all the attention. The hallway loops either way, this place will lead you back here. 2. Do not try to talk to anyone in the room. It's an exam, have some manners.
If this happened to me, I would fail instantly, because I love talking to my friends, even during test.
Besides, they are not human, and they might start to realize that you are. 3. If your pen starts moving on its own, do not interrupt it. Let it finish. Whatever it writes is your next step, even if it makes no sense. Especially, if it makes no sense. 4. If the fire alarm goes off but no one reacts, Stay perfectly still and breathe slowly. The alarm is not for them. It's for you. They can't hear it. It went off to make you panic. Good luck.
That's so scary. Imagine going to school to study, but the whole class starts chasing you instead. Don't forget to count your steps, or you might just start running in a loop around the school. That's so crazy. When you go to school, do you walk, take the bus, or get driven by your parents? If you said that you take the bus, be very careful as a lot of kids are going missing on the bus right now. Watch out or you might be next.
7:30 a.m., 11 kids got into their school van, and they never came back. This is a true story. It happened in Mexico, 2017. The van drove off like it always did. Nothing seemed unusual until the van didn't return. Parents waited. They thought it was traffic, or maybe a delay. But then the school called. Van never showed up. Not a single child was marked present. Every phone was off. Police began searching. At 11:42 a.m., they found it. A yellow school van, parked on a foggy back road. Engine still running. Doors wide open. But inside, no driver, no kids, no backpacks. Just one thing left behind. A torn teddy bear inside Amina Delgado's school bag. The windows were scratched. From the inside, over and over. The same word. Help! There was no sign of struggle. No blood. No damage. Salim's record was clean. His family was confused. Terrified. No ransom call. No CCTV. No leads. 3 months later, a boy named Mateo was found in a town hours away. Alone. His head was shaved. His eyes blank. He didn't speak for weeks. Until one night, he whispered, "The van took us somewhere." And then he said, "It's coming back."
Wow, that bus is still somewhere. Even if they say it's in Mexico, it can literally be anywhere around the world. Be careful, especially if you are a kid, or you might be their next victim. When waiting for the bus, make sure your parents are with you. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye bye, Clouds.